Janice, are you there?
At your service, sir.
Give me some of that dating foolishness.
Will do, sir.
So you had asked for a white woman to call in, and here I am.
Yay, a white lady! Hey, Becky!
Welcome to Management Highlights Daily. I want to make something clear before we get into this. This word on your screen, preference. You are allowed to have it. There's nothing wrong with having preferences. The video about Ebony was not about knocking her preference. That's where this word on your screen comes in. Context. Women like Ebony are taking L's every day because they can't seem to understand context. The bus driver question was asked in a specific context. Women don't understand that Dr. Vanzant is actually trying to help them. And that's why we don't make videos for women. It's a lost cause. Women can watch and learn if they are smart. But female nature does not allow these problems to be solved unless something catastrophic happens. That's why you see different behavior from women if you travel overseas. Society and culture impacts our behavior. So where does Becky get into the live stream? Let's give you some context.
What is your question?
Yeah. So my question is, why do we expect, because I feel like we only expect Black women to kind of step out of their social circles to, like you said, meet a bus driver. It's like, okay, well, some people, a bus driver is not even around them. So I think that just because someone isn't finding, I guess, what they're looking for from their social circle, that doesn't mean that they should step out of it. You know what I mean?
No, I don't, because I never said that. Where did you hear that somebody is only asking Black women to do that? First of all,
the reason why sisters feel that they are the only ones that are expected to quote unquote date down is because the sisters are the canary in the coal mine. The data and statistics indicate that you're the first ones to never marry and die alone. Before the 70s, Black women were married more than white women, and times were much harder back then. Look at this graph. Look at the gap. Once again, you are allowed to have preferences, but are you getting what you want? We made a video about fat women loving their bodies, but the men they want are not looking for fat women, so it's not working for them. Insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. But this is not about the sisters. That's why Dr. Vanzant was asking,
can I ask a question? And please forgive me. And if I have to do it, I want a white woman to call. Because how this conversation got to be, for my conversation, which was about women, how this conversation got to be just Black, I don't know. I'm talking about feminine energy, period.
Yeah. So this is about female nature, guys.
For us to get into this and do what we gotta do, because we many.
So you had asked for a white woman to call in, and here I am.
Yay, a white lady! Hey, Becky!
I'm enjoying this conversation so much because I've dated men that make less than I do, and they somehow will start off wanting to date a successful woman, and then they want to break that woman. They are intimidated by the fact that I make more money and that I like to do things the way I'm used to living, and they're not used to living that way.
Okay.
And it's difficult. I don't mind paying for dinners, but they want to pay, but then we end up in different types of restaurants or hotels, things like that. So it's kind of a different lifestyle, and it hasn't worked in the past. And I really related to that men in skirts, or ladies and men in skirts comment.
This is pure gold. She says it all. Lifestyle. Women do not want the bus driver because he cannot provide a certain lifestyle. A luxury lifestyle, for example. But that does not mean he cannot provide. He's working. He has a job. Now we're going to show you a clip that gives you a better idea of the dynamic between a man that earns less than a woman and why Becky is not telling you the whole story.
Any tickets? Got tickets? 7th row.
What is it?
Balcony.
B, you got balcony seats?
It's cool, my man.
And B, your lady is too fine to be getting a nosebleed.
Yo, my man. My man.
Bro, 7, 12, 15.
Hot now.
What do you think?
What do you mean what I think?
7th row. Come on, baby, it's my birthday. Claudette gave me money.
Do what you want to do.
$50 a pop. Smart man, B.
What the hell is your problem?
Nothing's good enough for you, is it? Huh? Why you gotta go shit on my tickets?
One night in months, my birthday, I want to go out, be spoiled a little.
Oh, be spoiled. So because I can't buy you front row seats, you gotta punk me out in public?
No
In front of
one-
that mother?
No one told your ass to drink on the job.
You know what? You. Your birthday.
You too.
This is from the movie Disappearing Acts with Sanaa Lathan and Wesley Snipes. My question to you is, do you think money is the problem here? Listen up, fellas.
I've dated men that make less than I do, and they somehow will start off wanting to date a successful woman.
This is the problem. She said, somehow these men start off wanting to date a successful woman. It's not clear to her why they want to date her. Look at your screen. In general, these are considered the most important things in a relationship, starting with communication. Ebony K. Williams proved, despite her degree and her profession as a lawyer, she is not a good communicator. Listening is also an important part of communication.
I feel that, and I do feel that I might have heard on a date or two, Iyanla, that we are not in a courtroom, Ebony. You can put the gavel down, and I do feel it can spill over into the way I show up in my womanhood.
70% of lottery winners go bankrupt after a few years because they don't know shit about money. That's exactly what's going on today. Modern women don't know shit about relationships. Let's give you an extreme example.
If you're broke when I meet you, you don't stand a chance. Because
what's broke to you? What is define broke?
you make less than double what I make. That being said, if you are broke and I choose to deal with you, I will belittle you. It is what it is. And I reserve the right to do that.
This Pokemon chooses to deal with a man that's broke just to belittle him. Not to build with him, inspire him, motivate him. Nope. It's to belittle him. Do you think this Pokemon is gonna be this high quality woman when you have a lot of money? Do you think this toxic attitude will disappear when there's money in the bank? You can't expect someone to be an expert at something they've never done before. At least this Pokemon was honest. But many women won't tell you how demeaning, belittling, and disrespectful they are to men. But somehow men are intimidated by them. The foolishness.
Okay, so what do you do when you find out that it's not working? I mean, how do you manage that? How do you as a white woman, because for whatever reason, black women seem to think this is only their problem. Thank you so much for calling. So what do you do?
You know, it's hard because sometimes my heart gets involved, and you know, I found myself playing small. For example, I was going to Italy last summer, and my boyfriend was trying to find money to pay the car payment. And I couldn't talk about Italy in front of him. I couldn't show my excitement about my trip with my girlfriend. And so I kind of played small so that he could feel bigger, and it didn't feel good to me, and it didn't feel good to him.
Wow.
And he has 2 children. I have no children, so it was, you know, he would buy dinner and then feel guilty that he wasn't sending the money to his daughters.
Men want to be respected, and we also want a woman that is respectable. This means honesty, integrity, and good character. It's okay to be excited about your trip, just don't rub it in his face. How many times do you have to mention something that bothers him? There should be no need for a woman to make herself smaller so a man can feel bigger. Once again, a man brings a lot more to the table than money, and that's what Dr. Vanzant is trying to teach these women. Don't overlook the good ingredients so you can make a healthy meal. I was hoping Dr. Vanzant would ask Becky some more questions about why she's dating this man who already has children and earns less than she does. What made this man suitable in her eyes? We all know women break the rules for Chads and Tyrones. Female nature, guys. Remember, women are women first.
Is that it's now across the board that a white woman who makes more, earns more than a white man would have the same kind of issues that black women have made up are only about black men. Becky, I appreciate you.
Manosphere reworking. Protect yourself at all times. This video has officially been highlighted.